So I want to make this another angry video before the celebration of 250 years anniversary tomorrow, because America is turning 250 years this year, because 250th anniversary for our Constitution of the United States. So you may know today it is the midterm election that we're about to have this year. You may see me I'm angry about it. So, this gubernatorial candidate, member of the GOP, who is now nominated to run for governor of Georgia. Georgia, a part of state of America. So, you might want to listen to this. You may heard it. I'll try to replay it for you after this, because you'll see for yourself. So, according to that ad that it says Keisha, that has been publicized by Rick Jackson, who is running for governor of Georgia. There was a false claim that he might have said about Keisha Lansbottom. Who on earth told you that Keisha burned down Atlanta? Who told you who burned down Atlanta during the Black Lives Matter riot and protest, whatever you call it? How did she even burn down?
I grew up in the projects. Keisha Lansbottom's abandoned. The city needed her. She left. It's not complicated.
Do you guys remember this? People of Georgia? Do you remember this image? I do. That is part of Atlanta. That was in Atlanta that time, when the Black Lives Matter people erupted. Frustrated, anger, outrage, and upsetting. After what happened to George Floyd, after they saw the video, when George Floyd was murdered, after Derek Chauvin put his knee at his personal neck. So how on earth did she let Atlanta burn? Where was the evidence that she let Atlanta burn? The only way she let it is to stay silent. But did she stay silent? This is the part when she spoke out. So this is where you want to listen. I don't know if you can hear it, but I hope you do. Comment below if you do.
There were rumors about violent protests in Atlanta. I did what a mother would do. I called my son and I said, "Where are you?" I said, "I cannot protect you. Black women shouldn't be out today. So you're not going to out concern me and out care about where we are in America." I wear this each and every day, and I pray over my children each and every day. So what I see happening on the streets of Atlanta is not Atlanta. This is not a protest. This is not in the spirit of Martin Luther King Jr. This is chaos. A protest has purpose. When Dr. King was assassinated, we didn't do this to our city. So if you love this city that has had a legacy of black mayors and black police chiefs, and people who care about this city, where more than 50% of the business owners in Metro Atlanta are minority business owners. If you care about this city, then go home and pray that somebody like Reverend Beasley will come and talk to you and give you some instructions on what a protest should look like and how you effectuate change in America. This police chief made a video yesterday, pull it up on YouTube, where she said she was appalled to watch the murder of George Floyd. This woman did that. You're not honoring the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. and the civil rights movement. You're not protesting anything, running out with brown liquor in your hands, breaking windows in this city. T.I. and Killer Mike all had West Side. So when you burn down this city, you're burning down our communities. If you want change in America, go and register to vote. Show up at the polls on June 9th. Do it in November. That is the change we need in this country. You are disgracing our city. You are disgracing the life of George Floyd and every other person who has been killed in this country. We are better than this. We're better than this as a city. We are better than this as a country. Go home. Go home. In the same way I can protect my son on yesterday, I cannot protect you out in those streets. You're throwing knives at our police officers. You are burning cars. You have to face the CNN building. Ted Turner started CNN in Atlanta 40 years ago because he believed in who we are as a city. There was a black reporter who was arrested on camera this morning who works for CNN. They are telling our stories, and you are disgracing their building. This is not the legacy of civil rights in America. This is chaos and we're flying into it. This won't change anything. We're no longer talking about the murder of an innocent man. We're talking about how you're burning police cars on the streets of Atlanta, Georgia. Go home.
So you see, she did spoke out, and will not let this keeping happening. Facts. Evil succeeds when people do nothing. Dictators succeed when Republicans do nothing. Only they support it. So, Rick, did you not pay attention about Keisha Lansbottom, that she stood up and told people to go home? Did Ahmaud Arbery survive that after he was being chased by some 3 white dudes while he was jogging, after he stopped inside of that construction site while they were building that house in Brunswick, Georgia? So what makes you think that she was laying out the violence that happened in Atlanta after she spoke out that she stopped this? Where is the proof that she let Atlanta burn? Because there's none. There's none evidence that she let Atlanta to be burned. So yeah, and the truth is, people are opposed to police because what they've done as an abuse of power they've done. And Rick, let me say you this, because I've been speaking out and give everyone truthfully what I ever say. Because the truth is, my cousin was killed after he was falsely accused of rape by his ex-girlfriend. He was falsely accused because he didn't do it. He told police officers he didn't do it. Because he did admit that he went to a party, but he didn't say anything of rape. Because he didn't. And the truth is, before he did pass away, he gave me a story after I finally met him. He gave me a story a year before he died. Because I asked him if he has a girlfriend. He told me he used to, but he broke up with her. So, how can we ever trust police officers who commit abuse of power against innocent black people who did not commit crime and resist when they didn't do no crime? Did Leonard Cure survive that after he was released from prison in Florida, that he was wrongfully convicted for armed robbery he did not commit? And guess what happened? He didn't survive. And then that pig, that white pig, is now indicted for civil rights violation. And they then charged him for murder because we saw the video of Leonard Cure's incident of he resisted because he didn't want to go back to jail because he was wrongfully convicted. And he was released for almost 16 years. Back in 2020. Yeah, 2020, that's what they said. So, and let me ask you this, Rick. How would you like if your son, imagine, like, I'm not trying to be offensive to you, but I'm just giving you imagine. How would you like if your son was wrongfully convicted that he didn't have no crime he wouldn't do? If I had a son, I would tell him about what criminal is. What criminal actually is. Even if he's older, I would tell him about rape, that rape is illegal. So how do we ever going to trust the authorities, whoever patrols the streets while protecting this city? Because they abuse the power and commit racial discriminating against other people just because they're black, brown, Mexicans, any type of race they are. So, Georgia, it's up to you. Rather, you go out to vote who you're going to choose one person that you're about to trust. And I'm encouraging you, Georgia, because I remember the time when Pope Francis, before he died, a year before he died, you guys know Pope Francis, what he said about reporters as he encouraged any people who to vote. And the only way if you want to change in America is to vote one person who is less evilness. A person who is less evil. Who would don't do such a thing as they gave you trust what they're about to do. So, it's up to you, Georgia. It's up to you. You got Keisha Lance Bottom. And you got Rick Jackson on the ballot. So which gonna be, Georgia? What's it gonna be? A first black woman to become governor, or to remain a white guy who can commit hateful after we got a president of the United States commit violence that we had in America in the White House. Keisha Lance Bottom, who can make things better for you in my heart, or Rick Jackson that we have as racial discriminating, who didn't care about people as what we see, that he takes away people's money as a scammer he is. It's up to you, Georgia. It's up to you. Mayor or criminal? Your choice, Georgia. Have a white terrorist day, everyone.